So, you know, if I called you over here, it is for a very good reason. We need to talk. And what I want to talk to you about is why you are always rushed, why you always feel tired, why you're always exhausted, why your nervous system is not regulated, why you're continuously hustling and bustling all day long. And then even at night when you have nothing to do at all, you're still in that same mode, in that same grind mentality. It doesn't end. It doesn't stop. And I know why. So that's why I wanted you to come over today so that we can talk about the reason why. The reason why is because you have not yet subscribed to a slow morning. You don't have a slow morning routine. You probably don't have a routine at all for your mornings. That is why your days run you. You don't run your days. So we're going to talk about that today, how to build a slow morning routine, how to stick to your slow morning routine, and why your slow morning routine is important. We don't just talk about it just because we're willy-nilly about it. No, it's very, very important, not only to your success, but to your mental stability, to your overall health. So girl, grab you something good to drink. I'm out in nature today, so I don't know. I had coffee earlier today. I really want a matcha, but it's too late to DoorDash one because you're already here. So I'm just not gonna drink anything. I'll drink some water later, but grab you something and let's get into your slow morning routine. Hey girl, welcome. Thank you for coming over. I love our time together. If this is your first time here, hey girl, my name is Shamika. I am your best friend, your favorite cousin, your little sister, your big sister, your accountability partner, your prayer partner, your business partner, your friendly neighbor, all of the things, really whatever you need me to be. And I create content surrounding slow mornings, soft schedules, and all things cutesy and girlies. I create comfort for you. I am here for you, however you need me to be. So if that is your vibe, stick around and subscribe. We would love to have you as a part of this community. I literally help women discover the very best version of themselves. So if you need something like that, stay for a while. You are in the right place and this is the right time. We believe over here that every day and every way we get better and better. Okay, so what exactly is a slow morning? I am asked this question all the time. Like, Shamika, you always talking about slow mornings. And now when I text people, instead of saying good morning, I text them slow morning. How are you? Hope you're well and had a great night. Listen, slow morning, me always. That is always on the menu for me, okay? But what is it? What is a slow morning routine? It's not a time of doing nothing. It's not like you're lazy or non-productive. It's not sitting, looking at the wall, or sitting doing nothing at all. It's just doing what's important. It's moving with extreme intentionality. It's sitting still long enough to just align your morning and schedule your morning and do what's most vital right now. It's not jumping into productivity. So maybe if you want to say that's doing that, well, no, I'm not doing nothing. I'm talking to the Lord. So I lay in bed, and as soon as I open my eyes, I'm telling you, the first thing that comes out is gratitude. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. And I lay, and I have a conversation with the Lord. And then I usually will, say good morning to my husband if he's up. If he's not up, then I get up and I go to the restroom. I take my dogs out. They want to go out early in the morning. Even while I'm doing that, I'm still talking to the Lord. I'm still grateful. And once I come in, I grab my 2 devotionals. I grab my morning devotional and I'll do my morning devotional, still spending time with the Lord, still spending time with myself in stillness and in silence. By then, the dogs are already taken care of. They're fed, so they're not making any noise. A lot of times my husband is still asleep because around this time, it's around the 7 a.m. time. So my husband is still asleep and it's just me and God, and we're having the best time. I'm talking to him, and it's not a revival style prayer where I'm, decreeing and declaring and, going forth in tongues and, praying for everybody else. My time with God in the morning is me and God. And I know it sounds a little bit selfish, but I don't even pray for anybody else during that time. I am spending time with God, with me, for me. I'm talking to God about me and me alone. And then my nighttime prayer or even my afternoon prayer, I'll pray for everybody else. But my time in the morning, it is so selfish and self-centered. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it. Like, it's what I need. I get in the morning and during my slow morning routine, my slow morning routine is mine. It is mine. It is all about me. I am not Ivan's wife. I am not my mother's daughter. I am not my dog's mother. No, it's all me. And that is intentional. And that is very important to me. It's integral to my day, which turns into my weeks, which turns into my month, my life. It is so important that I hyper focus on me and God every single morning. And listen, the days that it slips through the crack, and those are very few and far between. The days that it slips through the cracks, I feel it. I feel it. I feel off all day. You ever got on a ride or on a train and it's just like kind of teeter-tottering? That's how my whole day is when I do not spend time with God. So that is what a slow morning is. It's not you being lazy. It's not you ignoring your responsibilities. It is setting up your day so that you can fulfill your responsibilities successfully and without anxiety, without frustration, without nervousness, without intense emotions. It's not allowing anyone to infiltrate your morning and hijack your morning to do what they need you to do. It's blocking out every single thing so that you get what you need first, so that then you can be the best you to everybody else around you. So that's what a slow morning is. And I hope you hear in the explanation the importance of it, because once you subscribe to a slow morning, I promise you, your entire life will change. Okay, girl, let's set the stage, because you probably don't even know that you're in need of a slow morning routine. And listen, I used to be the girly that would wake up and instantly grab my phone. I used to be attached to my phone. You would have thought it was physically a part of my body. That's how much my phone will always be near me and in my hand, even when I slept. There were mornings that I would wake up to my phone being in my hand. And instead of me setting it down once I woke up and realized that my phone was in my hand, I would open it and start scrolling, going through emails, going through my checklist, going through my task list, going through text messages, scrolling social media, all the things. And I would wonder, why am I so exhausted? Why am I so anxious? I could never understand why. So that could be you too. You probably don't even realize how attached you are to scrolling. We call it doom scrolling now, because a lot of times we're scrolling for no reason. Now, again, and I'm always going to say, if you're scrolling for research purposes, or, if you use your phone to read the Bible, or use your phone to read a book or articles or a blog that you like, or you're doing homework or answering emails, being productive, that's one thing. But if you're just scrolling on your phone is just in your hand because you have nothing else to do, then that could be a problem, especially first thing in the morning. That's what I used to do. I used to grab my phone first thing in the morning, and I learned that is what caused me to be reactive to my day. That is what caused my day to run me instead of me running my day. Because if I open up my phone and the first thing I see is a negative email, instantly my day is starting off with negativity. Or if I see someone on social media that is doing something that I want to do, or they're thriving in a way that I have been trying to thrive in and I'm not quite there yet, so comparison sets in, a little maybe envious or jealousy spirit might set in or something like that, I'm already starting my day off on the wrong foot. So I had to realize, wait a minute, something has to change. How do I set myself up for a good day? The Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. I apply that to every aspect of my life, even my mornings. I am seeking God first. I seek God first, not my cell phone, not my emails, not even my clients and what they might need, not even my husband and what he might need, not even myself and what I might need. What I need to do is seek God first. And so that is always at the top of my slow morning. Anyway, I noticed that throughout the day, I wouldn't have a lot of peace. I wouldn't have a lot of stillness. I wouldn't have a lot of serenity. I would be anxious throughout the day. And a lot of times, well, all the time, how you start something is usually how you carry it out. So if you start your day anxious, guess what? That anxiety probably will last throughout the day unless you know how to grab it, capture it, address it, and then dismiss it. If you know how to do that, then good for you. Let us know in the comment section how you do that. But a lot of times what you do at the top of your day, it sets the tone for the rest of your day. So I had to teach myself how to govern my morning so that I could govern my day. And that's where the slow morning started. That's where it started. I got tired of being tired all day, and not physically tired, but mentally tired, emotionally drained, and just spent in a lot of different ways. And it all went back to how I started my days. That's where the slow morning was born. And that's where it started. I got tired of being reactive in a way that everybody else's needs were more important than mine. If you emailed me or texted me at 4 a.m. right when I got up in the morning and I saw your text or your email, I'm responding right away. So you got the top of my day, not God, not even myself. You will get the top of my day. No, I don't do that anymore. I realized that was why I was feeling the way that I was feeling. And the problem is, it doesn't just end at 8 a.m. or 11:59 when the morning technically ends. It doesn't just end then. It would last with me throughout my whole day. So why do you need a slow morning routine? Because it sets the tone for a soft day, because it calms your nervous system down, or keeps it calm. Think about how calming it is when you're asleep. You are in the most calming phase when you're asleep, especially if you're in a good deep sleep with a good mattress and then some nice bedding, some cozy bedding. And if it's the winter time, you're all snuggled up. If it's the summertime, you have a fan or your central air blowing and you're just in a comfortable state. How do we make that feeling last through the night into the morning? If it lasts into the morning, it lasts in the afternoon, and then it maintains throughout the whole day. So how do we do that? We set the tone. We remain calm even when we wake up. So now when I wake up, I sit for a while. I wake up every morning. I give God the first fruit of my day. I start off with God. Before I talk to anybody, myself included, I talk to God. Good morning, and thank you for waking me up this morning. I am so grateful for another day. I always say this: thank you that last night wasn't my last night, but you touched me and you allowed me to wake up this morning. Thank you for that. I start my day with gratitude. It's at the top of the list. I have an attitude of gratitude. Before I even talk to my husband, before I even have any thought towards myself, and that's when we're talking to ourselves, before I have any of those, I spend time with the Lord. It keeps me anchored in peace. The Bible says He would keep those in perfect peace whose minds are stayed on Him. So if we think about the Lord, even at the top of our day, that's our peacemaker right there. That's how we establish a peaceful day, by spending time with the Lord. So why do you need a slow morning routine? So that you can set the tone for your whole day. Okay, so now that we know what a slow morning is, how do we build a slow morning routine? Now, you knew that journaling was coming up. You knew it. You knew it was coming. So how we build a slow morning routine is by spending time with ourselves, journaling out what our current morning looks like. What does it look like? When you first get out of bed in the morning, what does that look like? After you write down what you do, try to tap in and remember how you feel when you're doing the things that you're doing. For example, like I said, what I used to do, I used to get up and grab my phone. Even before I would get out of bed, I'm not kidding. Before I would get out of bed, I would already have answered maybe 30 emails, maybe 15 emails and text messages, and looking at my missed call log. So responding to them. And then I would go on social media and see who liked what, or what comments I need to respond to. And then, the doom scrolling would start, and I'm seeing this person, oh, their children are starting school. Congratulations. Or this person is having a baby. Congratulations. Or this person is on a trip. Oh, that looks so fun. Literally, I would be so involved with my phone that I wasn't even tapped into myself. I had no idea what I wanted and how what I was doing was impacting me, because I was so enamored with what was happening in my phone that I wasn't even paying attention to what was happening in my heart, in my mind, in my soul, in my spirit, in my body. I had no idea. So sit with yourself once you assess what you have done in your mornings, your current morning routine, because if you don't have a current morning routine, there are some things that you probably do every single morning out of habit. So what are those things? Write them down and then focus on how you feel when you do those things. The next step, look at what can be cut from your morning routine. You ever heard the term cut the fat? There's some fat in your morning routine that can definitely be cut. For me, it was my phone. My phone was the fat. Literally every single morning before I talk to my husband, before I talk to myself and God, I would be talking to the people in my phone. Cut the fat. What is it? Do you automatically turn on TV and watch the news? So you're hearing stories of what's going on around the world. Do you automatically call your mom, your sister, your bestie? Do you instantly start checking your bank accounts, look at stocks, looking at your bonds, looking at whatever investments that you have? Do you instantly wake up and start cleaning up your area, or do you instantly go and start making breakfast for your children, getting their lunches ready for school? What do you do in the morning? Not to say that you need to cut all of those things out, but there's something in your morning routine that could be potentially setting the tone for your day in a negative way. We need to find out what it is. There is something that's happening in the world today that is causing us to have dysregulated nervous systems. And I keep saying that I'm going to do a video about it. I'm going to do an episode about it because I don't even think we realize how unregulated or dysregulated our nervous system is. A lot of us are walking around on edge. We are surviving life. We are living in fight or flight mode. Too many of us, and I see it and I hear it throughout conversations that I have with people. I don't even think they realize what it is. I was talking to one of my family members and I told him, like, you don't sound like your nervous system is settled. And he was like, wow. And he told me later, like, you are so right. You are spot on with everything that you were telling me. So I have to do an episode about that because I don't think that we think about our nervous system enough. I don't think we consider it enough. But a lot of what's happening in our nervous system is built during the first hour of our day. When we first wake up, a lot of what we do throughout the day and how we feel throughout the day is predicated on what we do when we first wake up. So you have to look at your current routine and see what is causing you the stress, the strain, the dis-ease, the uncomfortable feeling, the anxiety. What is causing that? There's something that's causing that. We got to find it and we got to cut it out or amend it or adjust it or, make whatever adjustment that we need to make so that we can get to a more peaceful place in our mornings. So that's what we do next. We look at it, we look at the morning, see what we can cut out, replace it with something positive, and then we wake up a little bit earlier so that we're not rushing. So your fat that you might need to cut out may be rushing. How do you cut out that fat? You wake up earlier. That's what I had to start doing. I always would say from a child, I am not a morning person. I would say it over and over again.
I am not a morning person. I do not like the morning.
I finally realized why. First of all, I wasn't a morning person because I wasn't going to bed at night. I would stay up all night doing whatever and then expect to be ready for the morning when my alarm clock would go off. No, I don't do that anymore. I go to bed on time so that I can wake up well refreshed. So that started, my morning routine is waking up earlier. Now I get up. So I started with an alarm clock, waking up every morning at 7 a.m. Now, with or without an alarm clock, my body automatically wakes up between 6:30 and 7 a.m. They call it a circadian rhythm. Your body will naturally understand it is time to wake up. So find your rhythm. What time do your kids need to be out of the house? And work backwards. Okay, so if my kids have to be out of the house at 7:30, that means that I need to start getting them ready at 6:30. That means I need to be up at 5:45 or 6 so that I can have my slow morning. So identify the end result and then reverse engineer to see what you have to do to get to that end result without rushing. The whole goal of a slow morning is for it to literally be slow. What would your life look like if it were in slow motion instead of the fast-paced hustle and bustle? That disrupts the peace of our mind. That adds to a dysregulated nervous system when you're always on the go, always rushing. That's how I used to be. I cannot imagine going back to that now. My slow mornings are so ceremonial at this point in my life. I look forward to them. I look forward to my slow mornings. So that's how you build a slow morning routine, okay? Look at what you're you're doing now, write it out. Once you look at what you're doing, identify how you feel when you're doing what you're doing. If anything does not feel good, cut the fat. It has to go. Replace it with something else and figure out a way to enjoy and romanticize your slow morning. If that means you have to get up 30 minutes early to spend time with yourself, spend time with the Lord, spend time organizing and scheduling out your day, do it. Start waking up 10 minutes early, then 20, then 30 minutes early, then an hour early. Whatever you have to do to contribute to your slow morning, your future self, your highest self will thank you for subscribing to a slow morning. I promise. So that's it. That's all for today's episode. I just wanted you to hear very plainly, very clearly, and let me yap a little bit about what a slow morning is. And I hope you hear that it's not what society makes it look like. It's not just you being lazy, so not productive. If I have a slow morning, I'm not going to make any money. Or if I have a slow morning, then, my whole week is going to be slow and my clients are going to feel it and I'm not going to be able to do this and do that. No. If I have a slow morning, I'm going to miss out on what's happening in the world. No. None of those things are true. A slow morning is just simply being in touch with yourself in the most soft way possible. It is not rushing. It does not include rushing. It does not include any level of discomfort or dis-ease. It is all things soft, all things slow, all things gentle, all things peaceful, all things beautiful and serene. All of those things. Now imagine if you start your morning off every day like that, with all things lovely, beautiful, peaceful, still. How in the world could you have many bad days if that's how you start off your days? I'm telling you, it sets the tone for your days. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. Your years turn into decades. Decades are lifestyles, lifetimes. So what type of lifestyle do you want to live? Do you want to live always on the go? And some of us are fine with that. Okay, cool. That's good for you. Over here in softgrace, baby, I demand all things soft. I demand all things lovely and beautiful. And it all starts with my slow morning. So thank you for coming over, girl. I love, love, love our time together. By the way, we reached 6,000 subscribers. I am so grateful. Oh, my Lord. I am so grateful and I am honored to serve you in this way. I am honored to be your best friend, big sister, little sister, all the things. I am honored that you come here every week to see what we're talking about. I am honored to be chosen by God specifically for you. So thank you so much to the 6,000 of you who are here. And if you have not already, please like and comment. It helps YouTube know to get this video out to others. So if you haven't already, please leave me a comment. Actually, leave this emoji and let me know that you're still here with me. And then please like the video as well. If you have not already subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you know when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for being here, girl. I love you so much. You are such an amazing person. You are that deal, that girl, the main character, the it factor. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are the best thing since sliced bread. Actually, God did his big thing when he created you. He was showing off for sure when he created you. And I am so glad to have you as a part of my family. You're my good girlfriend. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you, girl. I'll see you in the next episode.